Hey y'all, good morning. Good morning. I'm just trying to make sure I'm live on all my channels here. What's good, y'all? Good morning. I'm back at it with another random live. So trust me, I know it's Saturday. Happy Saturday, by the way. A lot of y'all are out doing y'all thing. So I'm not expecting a lot of watchers. It's just you guys should be used to me by now. I just do these random ass lives. But yeah, so good morning. Good morning. I will wait just a few moments before I go into my little thing here. But I before I start, I just want to let everybody know, just as a reminder, that whatever social media platform you're watching me on, I'm not on that. I am on StreamYard. So take a look at the description. If you want to leave a comment and you want me to see your name, big you up, show everybody your name, whatever, whatever. Just sign up with StreamYard. The link is in the bottom. If not, if you're on one of my social media platforms, again, I do not see your actual name. So just say your name. You know what I'm saying? Just say your name if you want me to acknowledge you. But other than that, like I have clients on here and they be like, "What's up, girl?" And I'm like, "Hey, I don't know who you are." So yeah, definitely get StreamYard. But other than that, just say who you are. I got y'all. But yes, I'm gonna just hop right into it. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Let me do my formal introduction. Hi, my name is Tamiya Robles. I'm a credit repair expert. I am the owner of Fix My Credit Now 850.com. I am the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my new home. There's my baby grand piano right there. But anyway, and I gotta remember to stop wearing white because like you can only see part of my arm here. But I digress. I keep telling y'all, don't worry about what I look like. Just worry about the information. So I'm trying to get used to doing these. I want to start getting used to doing these weekly lives because it seems like so much is happening with the credit, with the banks, with the financial institutions. I'm talking to my clients and I'm getting updates and they're schooling me and I'm schooling them. And I appreciate y'all. And I definitely want to say I appreciate everyone dropping knowledge, even in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe this joint if you're on here. So I'm gonna say that randomly because I keep forgetting to say it. But anyway, so yeah, I want to say that so much is going on that the smartest thing for me to do to help y'all is just to do weekly lives and just to do recaps and just to show y'all what's going on in these financial streets and these credit streets. I'm not a financial expert, but I am a credit repair expert. I am a credit expert, whatever you want to call me, so I can help y'all as far as that's concerned. But in the meantime, let's just get right to it. So I'm gonna do these lives, and I'm also going to stress to y'all because this industry is changing crazy. You got to protect your identity. These random outages, these random um, I don't know, companies are blacking out, doing whatever the fuck they're doing. You know it's bullshit. They're pulling your information and you just want to protect yourself. So we're going to look at identity theft stuff too so you guys can see how real it is. All right, but right now I saw a video. I'm going to add it right now. Let me blow this joint up. Right, this is on CBS News just so I can give them credit where credit is due. But they're talking about Biden and something with the what is this? What is this? Biden and the fees or something like that. So let's watch that and let's see what's going on. In the meantime, if I feel like commenting, you'll know because I'll pause it and speak and leave a comment. All right. Let me know how y'all feel about these situations.
The Biden administration announced a rule to cap all credit card late fees at $8. The previous average late fee was around $32. It's part of
Damn.
the administration's efforts to crack down on what's called junk
I didn't know it was a $35 late fee. I didn't even know.
fees. So joining us now here in Studio 57 is CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. So that sounds great. That sounds manageable. But when can we expect to see this being implemented?
Well, a couple of caveats here. So you're like, I knew
Of
it. So
course.
first things first, it is set to go into effect around June-ish. We haven't, it's not an exact date.
Okay.
However, when you're capping the fees, there's going to be a pushback from the business community. We've already heard that there could be a legal challenge to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, and that.
Okay, let's not let them bypass this comment. So let me just read it to y'all if you don't see it. It says Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Director Rohit Chopra. In credit cards, like so many corners of the economy today, consumers are beset by junk fees and forced to navigate a market dominated by relatively few powerful players who control the market, just in case they just try to swoop by that. I want to read it.
Separately, by the way, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments that could incredibly dismantle the CFPB and kind of take away its regulatory power. So that's sort of happening at the same time that I think the cap on these late charges for credit cards.
That's actually
also
really
be challenged
critical.
in the
So I'm
court.
going to
Interesting.
rewind
And
that
as I
and I'm going
understand,
to
there is actually
explain
some wiggle
how
room on
that
this
affects
$8
us credit
That
wise.
I think the cap on these late charges for credit cards will also be challenged in the court.
Interesting. And as I understand, there is actually some wiggle room on this $8 fee.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
God bless these large
Wait, hold on.
financial
Let me rewind
challenge
it further.
and that separately, by the way, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments that could incredibly dismantle the CFPB and kind of take away its regulatory power. So that's sort of happening at the same time that I think the cap on these late charges for.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to repeat that and the reason why I'm saying that's important to know credit wise, credit repair wise, or whatever, I have been telling y'all that credit repair is going to be obsolete. There's already people, your favorite credit repair people, leaving the credit repair industry. All signs are showing that credit repair is going to be obsolete and it's coming soon. ASAP. That's what I'm telling people. If you need to fix your credit, do it now. Do it yesterday. This isn't even a sales pitch. If you don't want to fuck with me, fix my credit now, 850.com, to go find somebody, do it yourself before you can't fix it. But they're talking about taking away power from the CFPB, which helps regulate and is connected to credit. So that says a lot. So just keep your ear out for certain things. Like sometimes when they're telling us information, they're bypassing some bullshit. They're bypass, like most people don't know what the CFPB is. I did a video on that. Go check it out. Go check out my videos. I can't. I have so many videos. Just find the one on CFPB, okay? And I break everything down, what the CFPB is and what it can do. Yada yada yada. So if they're saying already that it's taking away its power, then that means we won't be able to fix our credit like that because we won't have a leg to stand on. Okay. So, like when I do disputes, I say this is a violation of my rights under the CFPB. So, if the CFPB is no longer a strong entity anymore, then it doesn't matter. My letters won't be strong. Hopefully that makes sense.
For credit cards will also be challenged in the court.
Interesting. And as I understand, there is actually some wiggle room on this $8 fee.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
God bless these large financial institutions, some of whom are our sponsors. I understand that. But man, if you have more than 1 million accounts, that makes you a big credit card issuer.
Right.
And what the CFPB has said is that they did an analysis and the average cost to recoup this money, because, right, a late charge is basically saying we have to go chase the money down from the person who borrowed the money from us, right? And so the CFPB said, we found out it's not $32, it's $8. Now, the industry said, well, what if we can prove to you that it is more than $8? And according to this rule, if the large issuers can actually prove it's more than $8, then they could potentially charge you more than that threshold.
So does that mean there's a possibility that different credit cards would have different fees?
It could.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think it's going to generally be It's going to be the $8.
If this is this okay, I'm sorry. If this woman's an expert, why isn't she giving us definite answers? Why is she saying it could and it may and June-ish? Like, give us facts. And again, I need y'all to pay attention. Again, I'm not putting my tinfoil kufi on, but this is how they get us. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm trying to fix your credit, you're trying to get lines of credit, you're trying to do things or whatever, and certain things are just not working. Banks shutting down, closing accounts, and all this other weird shit. You want to listen to the subtleties when they're explaining something. You understand? She is just sitting here saying some generalized information. It could be $8, it could be more than $8. Like, what is it? And I don't like that they talk like that. So is Biden putting a cap on it? Is he not putting a cap on it? Is it going to start in June or is it not going to start in June? Like, you shouldn't be unsure about your money and your future.
Help save $10 billion a year.
Okay.
That's a lot. So
Mhm.
you want to break it down. That is, let's say, $220 per average user who carries that late fee.
Mhm.
So there's 45 million people who pay late fees right
Yeah.
now. That's a lot of moolah.
Yeah.
So this could help them. Just to be clear, though, the biggest part of your credit card problem is not the late fee. It is the interest rate.
That's what I thought. Because I thought to myself, if I was a big financial institution, I might just tweak the interest rate a little bit and make up for that.
Yeah, and listen, there's a lot of leeway
Yeah.
in interest rates. So to be clear, over the last 10 years, as interest rates have gone up, so too have credit card interest rates. If you look at
I agree with her there. I agree with her there. The reason why I agree with that is because a lot of people can't pay their credit cards down. Okay. So remember the utilization, if your utilization is high, it lowers your credit score. So, like, and you're also paying the interest rate. So, in order to avoid paying interest fees, you want to keep your credit card utilization down to 15% or less. They don't like that. So, the problem is, like she said, it's not necessarily the late fees per se. It's the interest rate because most people can't afford to pay down their credit cards. When I do a consultation with my clients and I'm looking at their credit score, a lot of or their credit report, a lot of the times they have these credit cards and they're maxed out. The utilization is beyond 100%. And yeah, you might be paying the minimum balance just so you're not paying a late fee, right? But fuck them late fees. It's the interest rate. The interest rate. So that's the only thing I agree with so far. We only got a few seconds to go here, but she's right about that.
at the last 10 years, we've gone from almost 13% as the average APR for someone who's carrying a balance to almost 23%. So it's
a lot.
Almost doubled.
Yeah.
And this rule does not touch interest rates. So in some respects, let me put my certified financial planner hat on for a second.
She
If you're
should have
really
done that in
worried
the
about
beginning.
your debt problem, it's paying down the debt on time that is helpful for your credit score, but paying down the debt as quickly as possible will also help you avoid those interest charges racking up and creating a larger balance over time.
Yeah, that's the big problem. All right. Well, Jill, thank you. It's always great having you here.
It's
I always
always
learn
fun.
something.
All right, bye, Jill. Bye, Jill. Okay, so I already said what I said on that one. So the clip went from Biden putting a cap on late fees and it changed to interest rates. So what is it? Again, like, I just don't trust these people when it comes to talking about my money. But we got to listen to these changes. We have to hear what they're talking about for a reason, because we need to call their bullshit when they're bullshitting right now. Again, just like they bullshitted with the credit card, with Capital One taking over Discover. And when the man asked a straightforward question, now that you guys have taken over Discover, how are the fees going to be? Are you going to have high fees? Are there going to be high interest rates? And what did that lady do? Laugh and laugh and laugh and didn't answer the question, right? But people walk away feeling satisfied. And I don't understand. So stop being comfortable, people. Don't be comfortable with what they're giving us. Don't drink the Kool-Aid and be like, oh, it's good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watch YouTube video. No, no. Protect your credit, yo. Protect your credit. Get your credit fixed ASAP before you can't fix it anymore. All right, so let's hear somebody else. Let me get rid of that join. And there was another. Let me look at this one. There is another one I wanted to watch with ya. And this is your President Biden speaking. Sorry about that. There are actual commercials, so we're going to bypass the commercials. So let me share my screen with y'all again, and let's hear what your president has to say.
Welcome to CBS Mornings. We might have some good news for you. The Biden
You
administration
might.
announced a new rule yesterday.
Again, with the might, like, yo, I'm not, I need y'all to pay attention. I need y'all to feel what I feel. You understand? If you're talking about money, don't they say people lie, numbers don't lie, right? So if numbers don't lie, why is it that you're starting off saying we might have good news, and you're talking about caps on credit card late fees and things like that? It's either you do or you don't, bruh. It's either you do or you don't. All right, I digress.
Limiting most credit card late fees to no more than $8 a month. Right now, the average cost for an overdue payment is $32. Banks take in a lot of the money with these late fees, an estimated $14 billion. That's just in 2022. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to tell us how you can save money under this new rule. Good morning. How you doing?
You're doing well.
Let's see if Jill gives us more definitive facts here. Now that she's on another channel, let's see.
All right, so they are announcing that there will be a cap of $8 in late fees, but if you read the fine print, there might be some wiggle room with that amount.
Yeah, this is from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and the CFPB did a study, and they looked at large credit card issuers, and that means they had more than 1 million accounts. And they said, okay, what's the average cost to recoup it? And this rule goes into effect probably around June 1st. We don't know exactly yet, but it'll be sometime.
Gotta stop that one. So Jill's saying the same shit. Understood. How do I turn her off? All right, cool. All right, so that's something that's going on. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that? Are these late fees killing y'all? What's more important to y'all? Late fees, interest rates? What do you think the real problem is? I personally just told y'all, I don't think that is a problem at all as far as late fees are concerned. It's the bigger issue is oh snap. I'm sorry, I'm looking at I'm looking at a news article about people warning about debt relief and credit repair companies. We should watch that. It's not a lot. Oh, okay. Maybe we should watch it. Shit. But I don't think it's the late fees per se. It's just the interest rate. So if Biden wants to do something for his race, because I think he's only doing this for his candidacy, I don't think it has anything to do with really helping the people. But he should talk about, you know what, interest rates going down tremendously, and he can't do that. So if you want to wow me with that. Don't I could care less about some late fees that can range anywhere between $8 and $35 or $38 or in between, or the ifs and the little gray areas they make up along the way. I don't have time for that shit. All right, so I found this other video, and again, I'm doing these lives, I'm putting these videos up for a reason, just so y'all can, if you don't want to take my word for it, we can look at these videos together. You know what I'm saying? So as I told y'all before, I know I'm part of a fucked up industry. I can't control other people. I can only control what I do at my business and my company. This is what's going on in these credit repair streets. I'm about to do some videos. I keep saying that every time. I'm gonna do some videos. I'm legit going to do some videos on these topics in further detail, looking at the analytics. You guys seem to dig it. But this is company scams. Anything can be a scam. But I'm aware of my industry, so let's talk about it. I think it's going to play a commercial. I hope not.
It's stackable savings time at Cabinets to Go. Save up to 40% on cabinets and get up to 40% off our brand new Slim Shaker cabinet.
All right, boom. Oh shit, what happened? Okay, skip
Welcome back.
it.
The Better Business Bureau is warning consumers about debt relief and credit repair companies who fail to deliver on their big promises. Here to tell us more about that is Paula Fleming.
Okay, I have to stop them right there. Okay, so here's the thing with credit repair. If you're not aware, we're not supposed to make promises, or we're not supposed to guarantee anything. So she's wrong with that. And those that do promise and guarantee something, that is a violation of the CROA Act. So go take a look at that. All right. So she ain't talking about my company. She ain't talking about fixmycreditnow50.com. I'm honest with y'all. I tell y'all what it is. I tell y'all what my capabilities are. I keep it a beam with you, and I tell y'all to be realistic. All right. Be realistic. On average, I could do this. And average, I could do that. This may happen, blah, 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 bit, bop, boom, bit. But I do not sit here and be like, I guarantee, because we can't guarantee. We shouldn't. We don't control the credit bureaus, but I'm going to let her talk.
Fleming from the Better Business Bureau, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Kat.
So the BBB did a study about this topic. Tell us a little bit about what the study found about this.
Sure. Well, you're exactly right. Across the United States, Canada, and Mexico, we did do a survey, investigative survey on debt relief, consolidation, and credit repair. Some of those key findings that I'd like to touch on are that some companies are relying on consumers and urgency and confusion around unpaid debt to extract thousands of dollars in fees. And this is not just college debt, this is any type of debt. And they are charging people that think that they're getting out of debt and actually.
I actually do agree with her. I like how she worded it, to be honest with you. So I've had some clients that came from debt consolidation companies. I had some clients ask me if they should do any sort of debt consolidation, and I'm totally against that. I did a video on that one as well. If you want to check that out, go through my little Rolodex there and then type debt consolidation, whatever, just find it. And there is a sense of urgency because some of y'all think, if I don't do this, if I don't go to a debt consolidation company and put all my debt together and just start paying on it, then I'm gonna have to file for bankruptcy, which isn't actually necessary. If you want to know more about bankruptcy, I break that down multiple videos. Out of all my videos between my lives, y'all like my lives, y'all like my bankruptcy videos. So go check those out. I do a lot of it. But calm down. Like, just calm the fuck down. Like, you know that you're in an urgent situation, but don't be so hasty that you make a horrible decision and you're paying a debt release company or afflicted credit repair company. You understand what I'm saying? Your debt, it took time for it to get on there. It may take a little bit depending on what's on your credit report to get it off. But debt relief is not the way, because once you start paying on a closed account and things like that, you're going to be stuck with that for the next 7 years after each payment. It's a lot. It's crazy. And then you don't have to pay all these fees. If you're going to pay all these fees to a debt consolidation company, you might as well start paying your debt down. Right? All right. Just a little tidbit there.
They're putting them into debt further.
And how do these companies attract consumers, and what kind of tactics do they use?
Yeah, so there's multiple different ways. People have claimed that they've received emails, they've received phone calls, that in some cases, we've had reports that for small fees, they'll help get them out of debt. Other people think they are paying down their debt, but they're actually paying this third party. So it's extremely unfortunate. We're talking that there's over $16 trillion of debt in the form of mortgages, credit cards, personal lines of credit, home equity lines, college loans.
So I'm going to continue talking about this. I already know no one's talking about this, but don't get freaked out completely when it comes to debt. Don't get freaked out. She's talking about student loan, this, that, and the other. If you know anything about credit, if you're following what I'm saying, if you're checking out my videos and things like that, you can flip your negative debt into a positive line of credit, which increases your credit score. You can make something negative into a positive. If for whatever reason you have charge-offs and things like that, and it's just a debt account, cool. Sign up with me, schedule a free consultation, fixmycreditnow50.com. My information's in the description below, right? But get rid of those. Get rid of the dead weight, that part. But when it comes to open debt, student loans, credit cards, even if you missed a payment, a couple payments, whatever, get that fixed on your credit report as opposed to paying someone who, like the lady said, it may not necessarily, if you go through a debt consolidation company, it may not reach the company, the main party, the creditor. It may not reach them, or it may. But you also want to be careful on what type of agreement you have with your debtors. You want to make agreements. You want to have control of the debt that you have. If you go through a third party debt consolidation company, you're putting everything in their hands and hoping for the best as you pay them out the ass, right? With money that you don't really have. And then if you miss a payment with them, what do you think is going to happen to your credit? What do you think they're going to do to your credit? All right, they're going to continue to mess it up. So just be careful.
A lot of money, and these scam artists are trying to take advantage of people.
So then how can people protect themselves?
Right. So great question. We obviously want you to make sure that you are going to reliable resources. You can do so at bbb.org. I'd encourage your viewers to use annualcreditreport.com to get a free credit report. You should not have to pay for your credit report, and you should get one once a year. We've also had people claim that they've been scammed into paying for a credit report. So again,
okay, here's the deal. You want to, I dig the annual credit report. There's a reason for that. There's a reason, low key. We could talk about that in another video. I fuck with that heavy. However, if you do decide to fix your own credit, or if you decide to go with fixmycreditnow850.com or another credit repair specialist or what have you, you need to look at your credit report every month, because if you're fixing it, you need to know what the changes are. You're not going to fix it and then wait till next year for your next free report. And realistically, because they're leaving all this out and she got her eyes all popped the fuck out like she's been serious about everything, giving you half-ass truths to your debt that can actually harm you. But I digress, right? But you can take her seriousness and her eyeballs seriously if you want. The reality is you are going to need to pay to have your credit repair updated every month so you can check for changes, so you can see where your credit score is at. Credit Karma is not a legitimate company. I mean, I'm sorry, they're a legitimate company, but those scores aren't real. They're Vantage scores. And how they get their information is not completely accurate. They hide some information. They show you certain, you don't want that. You want to see your whole credit profile. You want to see as far back as it will allow you to see. If it's a Vantage score, okay. If it's a Vantage score, I told y'all the difference between Vantage and FICO score and all of that. But you want to pay attention to your profile. Your profile can change every single day, every other month. But if you're waiting, if you're that cheap about your future and your finances that you're only going to wait for a year to get a free report, then you're not serious about getting your credit fixed or your future or your family's future, especially. See, keyword, she's telling you, oh, you get it for free in a year. I'm trying to tell you, you won't be able to fix your credit because credit is going to be obsolete very, very soon. So they're telling you, chill, twiddle your thumbs, and get some of this free credit report action. Meanwhile, you can't fix your credit anyway. Systems changing, things are changing, the banks are changing, credit's changing, and you're waiting for a free report. So whether you go with me, do it yourself, another company, sign up with Smart Credit, sign up for Identity IQ. I have the links. You get a trial period. Do it when you're serious. If you're not serious, do what this lady's saying. Pop your eyeballs out with her and then hope for the best. But people that deal with me, that's not how we move. All right? All right.
Annualcreditreport.com to get a free credit report. We don't want people to pay or provide information until the service has been rendered. So do not pay upfront. We've heard upwards of $20,000 people are paying to get out of debt to these companies. So until you have vetted the company, until they have proven that they can help, do not pay upfront for services that are promised.
Okay, so this is the difference between a debt consolidation company and a credit repair company, a legit repair company, such as my own, such as Fix My Credit Now, 850.com. All right, so with credit repair, no one can accept under CROA, no one can accept fees, payments for credit repair. So if you sign up with me or any legitimate company and they're asking or requiring a fee up front, it's not for credit repair. We literally have to wait 30 days after we've done your work for you to actually charge you for credit repair. So there's a difference. Now, the debt consolidation companies, that's different. I don't rock out with debt consolidation companies. I don't support them. I think they're a complete scam. I think they're more harmful to my clients and any potential clients than anything. But if they ask you for fees up front, that's between you and them. More than likely you're signing a contract with them. So I don't know. I don't support them. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the rules are, but I know a lot of my people say that they paid all this money and they keep paying money to debt consolidation companies. Not much has changed. So be careful what this lady is saying. It's like she's saying half truths, but every company isn't messed up, and every credit repair company is messed up. So like, just pay attention. All right. So let me get back to her because she's serious.
Are there ways to resolve debt or credit problems without turning to these companies?
There are oftentimes, if you go directly to, the company, the mortgage lender, they will work with you to try and help you, attain zero debt. So we're encouraging people. There's work, there's footwork that has to go into this. You have to do your research. A lot of people have told us that they've had more success just moving their debt over to zero interest cards, and that helps them get a.
So I agree and I don't agree with what she's saying. Again, like I'm a firm supporter of doing things on your own. I'm a firm supporter of DIY. If you go to my website, fixmycreditnow850.com, there is literally a DIY section. Okay. So you can buy letters. Okay. And these are the letters I personally use or I have personally used. You can download a free letter for personal information because that is actually what they like to talk so much, but they don't like to tell you the facts. You need to get rid of your old names, your old addresses, old employers, and things like that. You need to wipe that out off your credit report first before you dispute anything. Right? When you go to debt consolidation companies, they don't do that. Certain credit repair companies, they don't do that. Right? So you want to wipe that off first. But this lady is like, yeah, you can move the debt. You can go to your mortgage company and get zero down. I'm a witness to this. Okay. If you know what to say and how to say things properly, then yes, you can negotiate your debt with your mortgage company to where it will benefit you. Right. And I will say that y'all that if you know me, you know me. My clients know how I move. Okay. However, if you say the wrong things and you're not hitting the points that they're looking for, remember there's data points involved. Remember, they're listening for certain verbiage. If you're not giving that to them, they're not going to help you in the way that it will work in your favor. Okay. So she's saying, oh yes, study. But I just showed you a video clip where the lady is iffy with her words. So if the public doesn't understand what's real and what's not, you could potentially follow the wrong person, the wrong people. They're not here to help you. These financial institutions are not here to help you. These advocates, these representatives, this woman here with her bugged out eyes to show her seriousness, she's not here to really truly help you. Because if that's the case, you just list the people for us. Who are the people that are going to help us that are legit? You have to bet the BBB behind you, right? So who's 5-star? Who's 5-star, lady? You're not telling us. Who should we as a consumer be listening to, following? What news channels are accurate and which news channels are not saying, oh, if maybe I think it should, da, da, da. You can't tell us. So if you're going to do things on your own, I support it. Like, I did everything on my own. I had mortgage lenders telling me I might as well file for bankruptcy. And I said, the hell. And 4 months later, I fixed my credit and got a house. I did that by myself, right? But everybody doesn't have that time, that wherewithal. I was in the middle of leaving a job. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing things. I had the time. It is extremely time consuming. Sometimes it costs a couple of dollars. You understand? Sometimes you pay the wrong people. Sometimes you pay the right people. You're gambling. But if you're motivated, you're going to do what you got to do to get things done. But you have to make sure you're following the right people. So she's leaving all that out. All right. All right. I see people are coming in and out. Just want to remind y'all, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I am not on the social media platform that you are watching me on. Okay. I'm on StreamYard. So be sure, if you want to give a shout out or speak or whatever the hell, just you got to be on StreamYard so we can see your name. If not, just say, hey, this is just going to say Facebook and user. Just say, hey, this is so and so, and I'll say what's up. But yeah, let's finish watching this lady.
Leg up to pay down some of the loans. Right now, obviously, kids are going back to college. College debt is something that we are trying to educate the younger generation on. It's going to happen, but how do you make sure that you stay on top of it so you're not really dealing with unscrupulous business practices? And who do they go to? Where can they find legitimate loans? So there's a lot of education that needs to happen, so we don't see more people being scammed. And we're talking about nearly 12,000 complaints and negative reviews on debt consolidation companies to the Better Business Bureau in a 3-year reporting period, which is pretty significant. And that doesn't include the nearly 2,000 scams reported to us. So we want people to do their due diligence.
Are there legitimate debt relief companies out there?
There are, but you have to do your research. And that's where, I like to say the Better Business Bureau reports on any business, member or not. So bbb.org is a great place to start.
Just tell us. Just tell us. Who are these companies, ma'am? Who are these companies? And you can't always trust the BBB and the reviews on the BBB, because a lot of those are just people just bitching about customer service. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really care. I care about customer service. I ain't gonna lie. Customer service is huge with me. Yes, it is. However, if I know you're going to get the job done, I'm rocking out with you. You understand? So she should have just told us. She should have just told us.
Good information there, Paula. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for your time, Paula. Thank you for your time. All right. So what do y'all think? Hey, I'm telling you, you are my writer right here. I'm telling you. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm doing my random live, as you can see. I warned no one, so people are just trickling in and out. But good morning. But yeah, so what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you trust in what she's saying? Do you want to do it yourself? Fix your own credit? Oh, okay. Let me know if y'all want me to talk more about business funding too, because that's what I'm ultimately trying to get everybody over to. But yeah, I just don't feel comfortable personally. If you notice in that video clip, it was titled debt and credit repair companies and scams or whatever the hell, but she was only talking mostly about debt consolidation companies. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust mainstream media on shit. You shouldn't. Like, you should. They can't give us definitive answers. I'm proving that. I'm showing that. What I'm also showing is how it's affecting us. They're saying one thing, but then it's affecting us. And then you have scam artists, and then your identity is being stolen, and this, that, and the third. But you know what? By them giving us false information, half-ass truths, it keeps them in business, because at the end of the day, it's about that mighty dollar, right? So those that steal our credit and do fraudulent activities and stuff, it keeps the police working and on their toes. It keeps the investigators going. I mean, it's all circulatory. Everybody is eating somehow, some way. If they sit here and give us the realty, this is how you fix your credit. These are the companies that you need to work with. This is how you pay down your debt to 15% or less. This is how you get more income. Blah blah blah. What do we need to do? What do we need these entities for? So they're never going to be honest. They're never going to be trustworthy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show another video. And if anything happens, like I said, I'm going to try to do this every week for y'all. If anything is going down that is new going on in the week, I got y'all. I think it's easier for me to do it that way. But I had to do my random lives before because of the oh wait, hold on. There was something I wanted to. Oh, snap. This is IRS imposter scams. Oh, I'll do that. I'll do a separate live on that. But I just wanted y'all to be aware. Hold on. I wanted to. There was actually some sort of credit fraud. And I wanted to show y'all because I showed you about the lady getting her teeth done. With somebody else's credit, right? But then there was something that was like a whole family, and I'm like, man, I gotta show y'all. And then I lost the video, so bear with me. Let me see if I can find it. Again, you guys, don't hesitate to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm not doing this on camera because I don't want y'all to be like, what the hell? Okay, so no, I was trying to find the one where it was the family. Let me see. And it always seems like it's in Atlanta. I don't know what's up with that. I don't want to say why that is, but oh, this doesn't have a sound. Okay, hold on. I want to give y'all some sound. I want to give you some sound. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Okay, so they're also talking about the an ATM scam and people stealing ATMs. I didn't know people steal ATMs. I did not know that was a thing. However, I will tell you, I've never stolen an ATM before, but I actually know somebody who did, and there's that's not a win. Like, just so you know, if that's ever something you're interested in, that's not a come up. Just so you know. But anyway, I'm trying to find it. I feel bad I can't find it, and I got y'all on live. Y'all be all right. That's the whole point of an impromptu live. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like, in the meantime, okay, this was 3 weeks ago. Okay, and I'm watching this live with y'all. So, all right, let me skip this. All right. So back to the fraud. We talked about this before. Y'all know this is a thing. Let me take your comment down. And this is what happens when you do not protect your credit. And I need y'all to protect your credit, by the way. Freeze it, fraud it, report it.
Clinton police arrested a Romanian national in the country illegally for stealing credit card information. 26-year-old Surin Tabak is accused of using a device to skim credit card information at several businesses. Police say they received 11 reports of credit card fraud on January 30th. They identified a car that was involved. Police say the car and suspect came back to the area yesterday. Police arrested Tabak, and during a search, they found skimming devices. He's charged with felony credit card fraud. Illinois.
Okay, so that was actually in the United States. So yo, let me tell you about that as well. It didn't dawn on me. Part of fraudulent activities, it's not just credit cards. They do scan your credit cards, they create credit cards, they do create driver's licenses, social security numbers, birth certificates, and things like that. A lot of times people are taking your information and creating a whole lifestyle Some people are using your information and living a private life, a double life with their family. So they need all of that. So you have the scanners that you got to scan your credit card to pull money off, to get credit, to cash the credit out. I mean, you guys need to kind of think like a criminal moving forward. I don't want you to, I feel bad saying it, but that's the best way I could wake y'all up and get you to see what's really happening in this world until it happens to you. And then when it happens to you, then you guys are looking all crazy and side eyed and you're running to me for help, not understanding. Just from the rip. If you don't get anything, like if you watch my videos and you're not comprehending anything at all, comprehend this. Freeze your credit report. Just freeze it. Freeze it. So if anyone tries to run your shit, at least you're making it difficult for them, next to impossible. A lot of companies will reach out to you and be like, "Hey, did you run your join?" And you can say yes, no, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna show another clip, and then I am gonna get off because I do have to do a lot of videos for y'all because I haven't had my little lineup and shit. But I will let you know before I end this what I'm actually going to be recording for y'all. But anyway, let me take a look here. This man looks like he's an identity thief. Hold on, now it doesn't want to play for me.
Ford's Furniture presents Power
Sorry
Assist
for the
Recliners
commercial,
with
Jeff.
lift.
We just
These
gotta
amazing
deal with
chairs do
it.
just about everything. They power recline to nearly any position, and now they also lift. Comfortable, beautiful, and practical. Now available at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
All right.
A man charged with credit card fraud and trafficking financial information after stealing numbers from the dark web. On Monday, Bowling Green police made contact with 36-year-old.
Okay, sorry for pausing it so early, but I talked to y'all about this. They take your information and put it on the dark web. I just found out that a particular individual is putting my information on the dark web. The funny thing is, I actually know who he is, and he does this to people when he's mad at them. And the weird thing is, I'm a credit person, so like I don't care because I know what to do to counter that. But that's what's happening. They all don't look creepy like this. Some people look normal. They look like old ladies. They're your neighbor. They're your teachers. Your kid's teacher. But this is just, I don't even know. I don't trust the news. This could be made the fuck up, but the storyline in itself is factual.
Matthew Wallace at Staybridge Suites after receiving information that he was using a stolen credit card number to rent rooms. Wallace told police he obtained credit card numbers from both the dark web and from other means for a couple of months. According to court records, a conservative estimate would place his fraudulent use of a credit card of at least $2,500. Wallace said the reason for the fraud was so he and his boyfriend didn't have to sleep in the cold. He was arrested and charged and taken to the Warren County Jail.
I would have liked to have heard what his other means were. Yeah, that was some shit. It's hard out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? For you and your boyfriend. Gotta steal somebody's identity. The fuck? Sorry about that. So here's the thing. I don't judge. Y'all know me. I do not judge. I do not. Whatever your backstory is your backstory. Everybody got a struggle. Everybody got issues. I dig that. You know what I'm saying? I worry about my clients and my potential clients and, you know, even my past clients. I still let them know, reach out to me if you need some free credit game, yada, yada, yada. Right. But I understand motherfuckers got to eat, but so do we. So stop stealing my shit. All right. Now, he's 36 looking rough. I don't think that's him. The problem with, if you notice, like this guy was probably homeless. They probably just wanted to give a storyline, slapped his face on here, and they're talking about credit fraud, right? But it does really legit happen. But what really is happening is they're not really taking these people to prison. We saw that. We saw that, like, they might get locked up and then they bail out. There was another lady, I showed y'all a live video, and she was literally in court. And they caught her, like she was people taking people's identities and buying cars. She was going shopping at Target. You know what I mean? Like she had people's ID, driver's license, all that, whatever. She was in court. This was like her 100th time. And then a judge let her go and was like, please promise me you'll be here on Thursday. She was like, yeah, I'll be in court on Thursday. Why would she be at court on Thursday? So you could lock her up. Why are you releasing her so she can steal more people's information and cash that out and bail herself the fuck out? Like, this guy, if he really was locked up, he looks like he's homeless and broke and he just needed something to eat. And you're going to lock this guy up, but you don't lock up the people that are doing way more damage. What does that tell you? Like, it's all bullshit. But anyway, like I said, y'all, freeze your credit report. Freeze your credit report. If you fuck with me, I'm going to freeze your credit report. If I see it's not frozen, I'm going to freeze it. Especially if you have some questionable items that you don't recognize, you don't remember, you don't know how it got on your credit report. I'm your girl. I got you. Okay. So that part. I'm going to wrap this up only because this is Saturday. This was my unexpected live. You know what I'm saying? My random live. But I do want to tell you a few things that I'm working on. Let me know if you're interested, if you want to know more. Of course, I'm going to talk more about bankruptcies. It does concern me that you guys are so involved and fascinated with this bankruptcy situation. But I understand what it tells me is you guys are struggling credit wise. You guys are struggling as far as financial. And I'm saying you guys, but I mean, I'm a credit person, but you know, life be lifing. I mean, life be lifing. I understand, trust me, without going into detail. But I also want to stress about this student loan discharge. Like, please stop discharging your student loans. But if you absolutely have to, and you're taking it so personally and you're so over emotional about the fact that you have this huge student loan, I got you covered. If you're feeling some type of way that Biden ain't looking out for you, I got you covered. Okay. So when I get off of here, I actually have to do a video. I'll probably release it maybe Sunday. There are actually a ton of schools and that your school might be on this list, that if you went to any of these schools or a subsidiary of these schools, that you can immediately get your student loan discharged. You don't have to wait for Biden. There are some stipulations. I'm gonna break it down for you. I think I've touched on it before in the past, but I know some clients of mine are like, yeah, I didn't get that relief that Biden promised everybody. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, yeah. If history hasn't shown y'all, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Like, don't trust these government entities. Like, either do it yourself or come to fixmycreditnow850.com. I got y'all, right? I had a client come back to me and was like, listen, you got me on the student loan. I was like, hold on. Check your mail in 30 days. You should be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep, but there are schools though. It's actually a huge list. It's forever changing. In a nutshell, some of these schools low key have been sued. They were robbing students. A lot of y'all weren't aware of it. Okay. And I'll give you a quick, short, brief story because I actually already talked about this. So go check out my podcast. I see people are coming in and out. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, right? But back in the day, in my Philly days, you know what I'm saying? I was a crazy kid, right? But I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I like guys. I like hair. I like hair on a guy. I like it when they get haircuts. I should be a barber. No knowledge, no experience or whatever. Anyway, fast forward, I took a trip. I walked from West Philly downtown to Gordon Phillips Barber School. Shout out to Gordon Phillips, even though they ain't shit. Gordon Phillips was a subsidiary of some shit or whatever the hell. They saw a fool walking in and signed me up. And I was in barber school for like 4 months. And I was like, you know, whatever. I was cutting hair, fucking people up in my house, but they paid me. Anywho, eventually they put this debt on my student loan. On my credit report. I didn't know. And then I was riding SEPTA. Shout out to SEPTA, right? I was riding SEPTA, which is a bus system, transportation system in Philly. And I saw a fellow classmate it was like 2-3 years had passed. And she was like, hey girl, did you know what happened to us? Such and such, Gordon Phillips got sued for what they did. And a lot of people were not aware that this lawsuit even existed. And some were paying still to the company when in all actuality, the lawsuit was basically, it forgave the debt. You know what I mean? You have a blessed day too. I am wrapping up. Trust me, I know I'm gonna say my few words, but you have a blessed day too. Thank you. But I did have the debt. A lot of people had the debt. Some people were paying or whatever. Gordon Phillips got sued to the point where they were run out of town. They were supposed to have been shut down. But the funny thing is, I actually saw them pop up a couple years later. In a nutshell, y'all, your school may have had something like that going on and you didn't know about it. Okay. So I'm going to do a video about that. If your school is on that list, let me know, get at me, schedule a free consultation. I can get it off for you, or you can just follow the directions. I'll give you the link in the video to the website that I'm going to share with y'all. And there's also somewhere in the federal aid, was in studentloan.gov. There's a section you got to dig for. Anytime you're dealing with any sort of government entity, the information is never just blatant right there, easy to find. You have to dig and dig and dig, but it has all of the schools, and it's like hundreds of schools. Okay. So again, stop waiting for the government, y'all. Like, stop waiting for them. Get off your ass. Either connect with me, all right, or just do it yourself. But don't roll over, man. Don't roll over. Don't listen to the bullshit that they're saying to us. I just showed y'all 3 clips. When it came to the financials, they can't give us the guarantee. They can't give us facts. They can't give us people. They're bullshitting us. So do something. Do something before you can't do anything. And that's what they're trying to get you to do. They're trying to set it up where you're failing and you can't fix anything. All right. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna wrap it up. I was supposed to talk about other videos I'm gonna do, but I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the student loan join and some other stuff. Just stay tuned. All right. And then my podcast on Sunday. But in the meantime, again, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Schedule a free 30-minute consultation. Only when you're serious. Do not try to hit me up just to see if I'm real. Yes, I'm real. Yes, I'm going to answer the phone. When you're serious, get at me. Yes, you can make a payment arrangement with me only if you're serious. I will not offer it to anybody that I don't think is serious. Trust me. Okay. But in the meantime, I wish you guys the best of luck on your credit journey. Enjoy your weekend. Okay. Have fun. I'll talk to y'all later.